I am so confused right now about who exactly I actually believe in because I'm kind of confused, but I'm not. So last night I had a flight. My uncle's funeral was yesterday, and I just didn't want to go through going through yet another funeral when my grandmother had just passed away. I'm sick and tired of being around like fucking sad people all the time. It sounds like a shitty thing to say, but I genuinely can't apologize for something that I'm not really sorry for. I know my body, I know how I work. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to get my mind off of things because I can't let grief be a lifestyle. So I ended up missing my flight because there was an accident on the highway, so I wasn't able to make it to the airport on time. Cool beans. So I'm like, everything's fine, everything's fine. Heading home, I just stopped and I'm like, what exactly are you? Or like, who exactly are you? Because I say it constantly. Not that this had to do anything with like religion or belief, but I'm like, how many times am I going to be dependent on a better day or a fucking mantra or fucking something that eventually things are gonna get great? The most annoying thing is like everything's gonna get better. It's like that's fucking cool and all, but currently things feel like shit. Um, it's like an accumulation when you have, you know, like shit just happens and then another thing happens on top of it and then another thing and then you start feeling like overwhelmed and you're like things are going to be fine and they suddenly don't turn out to be fine and what turns out to be a shitty season ends up turning out to be a shitty fucking year. um yeah, and my real question was like, who exactly is God? And it's like, it's really hard to believe somebody who I can't physically see. And it feels so fucking hard to talk to God. I don't know how people do it all the time. They're like, yeah, God fucking revealed himself to me and he did this and that. And I'm like, well, I don't fucking get it. Like, did you book an Airbnb to meet God? Because I've never met this person. I've had my fair share of moments where I'm like, God, I feel like you're with me and I feel like you're supporting me and I feel like you love me. And I know that God has gotten me through certain situations, but for the love of God, this fucking camera. It's my phone, whatever. But I don't know. It's really hard to force myself to believe something. So, when I found out my uncle passed, I was like, how could I go about this the best way so that I can cope? I ended up seeing some shit. This girl was like posting on Instagram. She's like, oh, about the law of attraction, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, if I want positive things, I could just fucking feel it, and this shit'll just come to me. Not that I won't put in the work, but I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause if I can't feel sad if I'm promoting all this fucking good shit to happen. Cool beans. I tried it, and it worked well. And then I realized that my uncle's funeral was coming up, and I was like, fuck my life. I gotta do this faster on something. Alright, I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna take the vacation time that I have and use it. The whole entire drive home made me realize, like, this is fucking bullshit. I spent my entire life depending on just God to do something, and it's like, my life is never going to get any better unless I decide that my life needs to get better. Health problems are going to happen whether I'm having a great day, a fucking bad day. I'm in a great relationship, a bad relationship with God. It's not going to prevent me from dying. It's not going to prevent people in my life from dying. It's not going to prevent me from not getting sick, losing a job, fucking losing a loved one, being depressed, being sad, angry, all the shit. These are things that people in general go through. So for me, the only thing that I can do is try to figure out what the fuck I need for my life. And, yeah, and just, even if, like, I see it like this, even if the answer is no, I'm going to do it anyway. I will find a way to do the things that I want to do, only because I feel like I've been a sad fuck for so fucking long. I'm so fucking tired. Fucking bitch. I am fucking tired of being sad all the time. I'm fucking tired of being depressed all the time. I'm fucking tired of people passing away and me having to pretend like, oh, it's just gonna be, I'm gonna get over it, blah, blah, fucking blah. Yeah. I'm all set with pretending like I'm not sad. Fucking came home, fell asleep, woke up, could not eat, did not have a fucking appetite. Fell back asleep, woke up. I decided I was gonna eat something, ate something small, fell asleep again, woke up fucking crying because I'm like, he's fucking dead. I didn't want to be in contact with my family throughout that time because I'm like, I don't want their fucking grief, their sadness, all this stuff, because, like, I'm like, whatever they feel, I'm gonna start feeling some more shit, because obviously I care about them. And I was like, bitch. This fucking camera. Fuck this phone. So I decided I'm gonna take my family and I'm gonna love them and I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this camera's gonna go everywhere. I decided, here we go again. I decided that I'm going to give myself a break when need be. Because that's the fucking normal thing to do, is to give yourself a break and remind yourself that you're a fucking human being. Not to make your whole life a vacation, but the time that you need for yourself. Fuck everyone. Spouse, family, whoever the fuck. If you need time for yourself, make that time for yourself. Because guess what? Unfortunately, no one in this fucking world is going to be there the day that you die. And even if there's people around you, they're not going to fucking die with you. Therefore, if you need something in your life, you're going to have to go out and figure out how the fuck you're going to get it. No one's going to be able to give you the answers that you want. Nobody's going to, because ultimately, any question that you're asking, you know the answer to. If you're seeking something, you can find it within yourself. It's not going to have the same outcome as what other people may be able to give you, but what you can give yourself is far more important, because guess what? It's something that you busted your ass for in order to be able to get it. Yeah, like, I don't need to be around fucking Oprah Winfrey to realize, like, I love making people see what the fuck they can do on their own. I think it's mostly because I don't do that, so I try to, like, accelerate it in other people. If I see that they're just, like, doubting themselves or they're, like, settling, I'm like, how about I do that for my, here we go. How about I do that for my fucking self? How about instead I go and if I want to fucking do something, I'm just going to go out and do it. And if it fucks up, guess what? It's not going to matter anymore. The things that matter to me aren't fucking material possessions. The things that matter to me aren't fucking a title. It does feel good, I guess, like, as far as acceptance, and that's cool and shit. But the day that somebody does pass away and I lose them, that's when I realized, like, oh, fuck, anything that I'm working towards is going to be fucking irrelevant in the moment because somebody that I cared about passed away. So therefore, fuck this camera. It's not a camera, it's my phone. Therefore, what I will do is, I'm sick and tired of being fucking super, acting like, God is the way, God is the answer. I know I feel good whenever I'm, like, worshiping, whenever I go to church, that's cool and all, but let me try to see if I can integrate that into my own personal life, so that way when I go to church, I don't look like a hypocrite, and only on Sunday, I feel like life is worth living, and life is gonna be okay, and I have a purpose in this and that. I don't fucking know what my purpose is in life. I just fucking gave up on a lot of shit in life, and decided that fucking to go with the flow and all this other bullshit. And guess what? Everything that I tolerated is my responsibility. It's time to not make others responsible for shit that I said okay to. And sometimes silence is the best way to say okay. What people fail to realize is no one is responsible for the life that you have. You are. Because you know what the fuck you want and what you don't want. If you don't want something, you can choose to say fuck this and move on from it. And try to find the life that you do want, and it will be hard, it will be difficult. There's no possible way in the fucking world, no quote in the world is going to make you believe that life is going to be perfect, A-okay. But it's going to be manageable, and you're going to have to learn how to cope with different losses, different wins, different failures, different successes, and eventually you'll get to the life that you actually want. You want to know why? Because why the fuck would I want to live my entire life trying to prove a point to gain all these accolades, fucking success, whatever it was I was working towards, to realize it's not even what I wanted, and I still feel like a miserable fuck. Wasting my time not doing things that I don't want to do. We can do things like, okay, you still have to go to work. You still have to take care of your family, be around them and stuff. Give yourself that space to try to make time for yourself. Making time for yourself is your mental state, your spiritual state, your fucking whatever it is that you aspire to be, to do. Whatever makes you happy and comes natural to you, that's something you have to make time for. And you choose when to do that. And sometimes Netflix isn't always going to be the one to actually make you have that fucking movie on the TV screen. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, figure out your resources. Start with things that are free and work your way out, because I'm sick and tired of pretending like, oh God, if I do this, God is gonna fucking... That's my fault for making the assumption that God was gonna come down from heaven and do some shit for me. And maybe, just maybe, when I feel like I'm living the life that I want to live and I'm satisfied with the quality of my life, then maybe my belief in God will actually be, boom, there. Because then I have something that I can say, like, no, 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 this makes sense to me now. Not just because it's something I heard in a preaching. It sounds cool. I felt some type of way. I was in the vibe, in the zone of the sermon. But most times I don't feel it. It's, at least I'm being honest. Yeah. I don't know.